Question 5. In the table below, the times of 40 people who ran in a 5-kilometer race are shown. So in the table we have time in minutes. The first class interval, these things here are called class intervals. We've got t is greater than or equal to 15 and less than 20. So these 3 people who ran in that class interval basically ran somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes. The next class interval is t is greater than or equal to 20 and less than 25 minutes. So these 13 people ran somewhere between 20 minutes and 25 minutes, and so on. So we need to write down the modal class. Now the modal class is the most common, the one with the highest frequency. So we look at the frequencies. The highest frequency is 18. That corresponds to t is greater than or equal to 25 minutes and less than 30 minutes. So that's the first point. Part B, write down the class interval that contains the median. Well, we've got 40 people. So the middle value would be the 20th value. And as you can see there, it says when the cumulative frequency passes the middle value, 40 divided by 2 is 20. That's going to be the class interval that contains the median. So we look at our cumulative frequency, we look at our running total. Up to 20, we have 3 people, because there was 3 people who ran less than 20 minutes. Up to 25 minutes, we have 16 people, because 3 plus 13 is 16. So there were 16 people who ran the race in less than 25 minutes. Up to 30 people, up to 30 minutes, we have 34 people, because 3 plus 13 plus 18 is 34. Now this goes past the midpoint 20, so therefore the class interval that this corresponds to, again, is 25 minutes. T is greater than or equal to 25 minutes and is less than 30 minutes. So that's the modal class and the median. Now to estimate the mean, we need to do total midpoint times frequency divided by total frequency. Now the reason for this is we don't know the actual times of these 3 people, but we know they're between 15 and 20 minutes. So the best estimate for those 3 people's times is 17.5 minutes. It's the midpoint of 15 to 20. You could add 15 and 20 and divide by 2 if you wanted to work it out. So the first calculation that we're going to do is 17.5 times 3, that's 52.5. The next calculation that we're going to do is 22.5 times 13, which is 292.5. The next midpoint is 27.5, so we're going to do 27.5 times 18, 495. And the final midpoint is 40, because obviously 30 add 50 is 80, divided by 2 is 40. We're going to multiply that by 6 and we get 240. Then we need to add them up, because Adam is a mean guy, divide him. We always need to add up at some point when we're calculating the mean. Now that we have estimates for the total number of minutes, we can do that. They add up to 1080. The question already tells us that there are 40 people, but to calculate the total frequency, you could go 3, add 13, add 18, add 6, that would be 40. So we're going to do, little mishap here with the technology, but we're going to move on regardless. 1080 divided by 40 is 27, so the estimated mean is 27 minutes. Thank you and see you next time.